of, now this is dope. Now here's my story. I had a lot of you may know, I may have shared this in a few reasons, that my mother, my real mother, was taken from me as I was a baby. So I grew up like there's a missing piece. Then my father, he wasn't there. So there was a missing piece. Then I had, my father, he was alive, but, we didn't really have a real strong bond. But I love him. I ain't mad or nothing like that. So there's a missing piece. Then things that I love and people that I love, I lost them. So there's missing pieces, a bunch of missing pieces. I look like a wedge of Swiss cheese with a bunch of holes in it because I'm filled with them. And in those holes, I've been able to identify with the pain and struggles of people. And then I shared my story in this album. You never really know if you need therapy or not. I never thought that I needed therapy, but apparently I needed a way to get it out because I grew up with a bunch of missing pieces, to function as a proper adult. You had family, but they weren't the same as having your real parents or your real brothers, your real sisters, things of that nature. But I had people around me that love me, but there's a difference. There is a difference. So I call myself Swiss cheese because I look like I'm in the shape of a regular block of cheese, but I got a bunch of holes in it. There's a bunch of holes in, and now I'm ready to put out an expression of myself. So I went and got on to Suno. So I'm thinking this is just some AI generated content that you can create whatever it is that you're trying to do, and everything is generic and things of that nature. And I told it my story. I told it the story, things that happened to me, like when I was younger. I went to school, and going to school, it's the first time I learned what the word indigent means. So indigent, apparently, is just little poor kids, little poor black kids, and which I foot the bill, didn't have much, and I was going on my way home. The lunch ladies would always give me food because they thought that I didn't eat when I got home. I didn't have nice clothes, but I ate. But I thought it was a come up, but I didn't know that they saw me as the kid with nothing. So they would call me to the lunchroom and give me a bag of food that I can take home, at least so I can eat. I appreciate it. I went to Stratford School, which is, I believe, Coleman A. Young now, but at the time it was, it wasn't Stratford. It was, I can't even remember the time. Which old Coleman Young? Stratford. I think it was Stratford. Anyway, I shared my stories with Suno. So when I told them the stories that I went through, it created music. It created songs, and I had no idea that it was a form of therapy that I needed. Because when I listen back to this song, when you listen to your story and it's sung back to you in song mode, it does something to you. It did something to me. So I'm listening to this music, listening to my story in a third, as if it's an out-of-body experience. I'm listening to my story like this is this poor kid, but it was me. It was all me. Like this poor kid that's going through all of these problems that had it rough coming up. And I wish I could go back to that kid and just say, everything's going to be all right. But I became emotional and I'm tearing up and I'm thinking therapy is probably, some bullshit, really. I didn't think therapy was even a thing that you even needed, because we were men. We're men. We're supposed to be strong. We're supposed to not have to express our feelings and just deal with it. Sometimes you need to share your stories. And that's where we're going with Bar Talk. Bar Talk is these shared experiences that I want to let people, and then you can benefit from some of the stories that I went through, some of the guests that I'm going to have that's going to come through. So it's going to be an adult experience. I want y'all to ride with me with this journey with Bar Talk. And this was my brother's vision that I'm carrying through the finish line, but I'm going to run this race without ceasing with God on my side and with you as my audience. I want y'all to stay tuned and tap in. This your boy Los. I'm up in the building. I'm trying to do good things for the women and the children. That's my call sign. Holla at your boy.